Somewhat lost in the shuffle of Thanksgiving was the loss of an extraordinary community champion in Columbus. Bill Adams was a force of nature when it came to volunteerism, civic leadership, bettering the lives of children. He died suddenly at the age of 83 from a heart attack on November the 15th, passing as a legend of the East Side.
He had the endless energy, he had the endless spirit.
Bill Adams was hard to pin down. He seemed to be everywhere. And his son Will says that's because
with every success, there was always something still out there that needed to be done.
Born in East Columbus in 1929, Bill's earliest service was as a Boy Scout. Later, to his country in the Korean War and with the Department of Defense. He moved around, but eventually settled for good back on the East Side.
I think the more that he got involved, the more that he saw need in different areas, whether it was the Kiwanis Club, the Boy Scouts. Always had time for every community organization that he could possibly get involved in.
That drive would make him a Ward 26 committee man, a tireless campaigner for Barack Obama and Michael Coleman. Advisory boards, service groups, every facet of community building got his attention.
It won't come up!
He felt a community's strength is built with its schools.
Mr. Adams was an extraordinary man. He came to our building without fail every day.
I always refer to East Columbus Elementary School as an oasis in the desert. Good afternoon, Mrs. Ray.
He worked tirelessly with our kids. He was more than a volunteer. He was a teacher, a mentor, a counselor.
He was a visionary.
Health Administrator Michael Johnson describes Bill as his mentor. In fact, the two are about to see a mutual dream realized. A community health center right next to the school, what Bill would call his last hurrah.
And I got to tell you, that was very dear to Mr. Adams' heart, and he worked to the very end, his best to try to make that happen.
Bill Adams was that guy who gets the ball rolling, a guy with his heart on the East Side who saw the whole city as one big neighborhood. How would he want East Columbus in general, to remember him?
As their biggest friend. Dad was their biggest friend.
That he was a tremendous gentleman, and On Your Side champions come up every Tuesday right here on ABC 6 News at 5.